How you been, Pete?
Good, Gino. How are you?
You're back on the rock.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Used to be basically you were a local.
Yeah,
You
20 years.
You can't be a local now, though.
Sure can.
Why?
Huh?
You live in Duxbury now. You moved away.
I live in Duxbury, yes. Yep. And I have my reasons for that, but you know.
But you're a businessman and the pharmacy is yours. So let
soda,
everybody know.
The soda fountain. Soda fountain. We're still with the soda fountain, yep.
Right.
And still do my window tinting business out here. So
Didn't you start right here, though?
No. The Dory restaurant.
You had the Dory restaurant where Black Eyed Susans.
That's right, 88 and 89.
That long ago, my gosh. But this was once the other. This was the competition.
The Congdon Pharmacy with the soda fountain, which is no longer.
Yep.
But I ran that the last year it was the soda fountain in there.
That's right. I do remember that.
Yep, because it was going to sit empty, and they came over and said, "Pete, you want to do it? We figure you're the best man for it." So I said, let's talk. And there we were, and we helped out and expanded my 8 seats into 16 for one summer, and now we're back down to 8 and doing great.
You really do a good job, and the girls that you have working in there, they're fabulous.
Thanks. Yeah, we have fun with it.
The
girls are all great, and
Yes.
we have boys too. So, if there's kids out there looking for work, just send them down.
Oh, there you go. That's good to know.
Yep.
Now, one of your other passions is fishing.
That's correct. Yeah,
and you found a new way to fish, a new tactic.
That's right.
What is it?
I love to kayak fish. Kayak fishing for stripers in the saltwater is my thing. I have a nickname on a kayak fishing site. They call me the Night Stalker because that's when I have the opportunity to go most of the time. So, yep. There's a kayak site called NEKF, New England Kayak Fishing, and they have about 3,000 members all over the place, not just in Massachusetts, but it started with a bunch of guys up on the North Shore of Boston, and it's a great site if you want to learn something other than just your standard fishing. They show you how to rig your kayaks. There's a sit on top kayak instead of a sit inside. That way if you have an accident you can pull yourself back up on top, and it's a safety factor and a stability factor, because when you're trying to do things like bring your fish around, or you have different scenarios, that allows you to have more accessibility, more place for storage as far as putting some gear, and they have fishing rod holders designed in them. And there's a lot of manufacturers making fishing kayaks now.
It's kind of a new hip way of fishing, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Well,
is it saltwater and fresh?
Oh sure, yep. There's you had the guys that used to have the small kayaks and do the rapid racing, and and run rivers, and there's a special design for that, and so there's multiple facets in the kayaking, but the kayak fishing has really caught on. One is because you don't have the expenses of licensing, fuel, maintenance, those type of things, and it's just a nice quiet way to be right where the fish are. And you can get into areas where boats can't get into, and that's one of the big things, like in the rocky areas of the North Shore, or even here on Nantucket, there's places that you can get into such shallow water that you would think maybe there wouldn't be any fish there, but they like to lay in the shallow warm water.
When? During the day?
During the daytime, in the summertime,
Really?
Yep. You just got to find,
But you almost have to throw it in front of them for them to go after.
Oh yeah, sure.
So you
can, yeah. A lot of guys in flats boats will do what you call sight fishing, standing up on top and seeing the fish coming at them, which is a difficult thing to do from a kayak. But some of the kayaks are designed so that you can actually stand up on them. So they've really become innovative. They have special electric motors for certain kayaks. My favorite kayak that I utilize is a Hobie kayak. It's a pedaling kayak, so I have hands free to cast and change my lures. If I see some birds working in an area, I can pedal my way over there, and it has a rudder with a joystick. So it's fun. The bass are starting to come, and just use caution, whichever type of fishing that you do.
Yeah.
And bring a kid.
But
teach a
they're
kid how
only
to fish.
one person kayaks, though. But
they have 2 people kayaks as well. But just take time to take kids fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Pete.
All right, Gino. Nice to see you.
You too.
All right.